There we go. Booyah. Do, 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 do. All right, it's time for blessings. I get to do blessings during my other streams. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Oof. Oh, gosh. I'm getting kitty attacked here in a second. He's at my feet. I knew you were gonna kitty attack me, you little stinker. You're a stinker. You're a stinker. You just settle yourself in, huh? I'll let y'all watch what he does. Because he does this all the time. You knew I was on camera, so you're like, I gotta come kitty attack. He's a freaking stinker, you guys. Kush the stinker. Are you Kushifer? Just gonna plop yourself down. I can hear Blue in the background. She's jealous of Kush. It's the green screen, Kush. Leave my green screen alone. No, mister. No. Turn yourself around. Turn. Yeah, no, don't look at it. Don't look at it. That's the green screen. You can't attack my green screen, mister. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. You know you want to, and I don't want you to. Don't look at it. He's such a bad kitty sometimes. What? Why are you trying to attack my green screen for, huh, mister? Why are you trying to attack my green screen for, huh? Huh? Oh, look, he likes to get his head scratched like that. That's like one of his favorite things, just face scratches. Oh, he likes that. He likes the face scratches. Huh. He's a special kitty. Gonna do some blessings. Huh? Can I do some blessings? Huh? Can I do some blessings, Kush? Do you mind? Do you mind? Mister, do you mind? Hope everybody out there's having a blessed day. We just got done going live for Play Fame. Had a fun sesh. We did a lot of buying of bonuses and big wins. We played down. We got back up. I feel like that song was playing. I get knocked down, but I get up again. They're never gonna get me down. Oh, and Kush feels neglected. I was going live and I wasn't giving him attentions. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're a stinker, dude. You're a stinker. You're a stinker. Stinker. That's my glasses, not a scratching post, man. He's a stinker, you guys. Yeah, you're a stinker. Alright, we're gonna do a blessings here. Even without Kush allowing me to. Just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. Do it. Yeah. Okay, Kush. Like all up in my face. Hi, mister. Hi, mister. Is my chat frozen or something? Nobody here? No, I'm not frozen, just nobody talking. Dude, you're gonna get burned, mister. Calm down. Look, he's such a bad kitty. Look, he's gonna start clopping himself around. He likes to flip-flop himself until he's like where he wants to be. And I'm supposed to just catch him. I'm supposed to just catch him. Huh? Sheesh. That's a spoiled kitty. Spoiled kitty. He's a spoiled kitty. That's Cushifer. That's Cushifer. That's Cushifer. The spoiled kitty. He's a spoiled kitty. Yeah, you're a special kitty. Yeah, making biscuits. I told him we're going to put him in the corner making biscuits, put him to work. And he's going to have to use all 4 paws to bake all the biscuits he can. We're going to put him to work, though. We're going to put Cushifer to work, you guys. We're going to put him on the street corner. He's going to be making biscuits for dollars. Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah. You showing everybody your biscuits? He's like, look at these biscuit skills. I make biscuits for days. Biscuits for days. Double pawed biscuits. Quadruple pawed biscuits. Biscuits for days. Anybody wants to get their hands on some of Cush's baked biscuits? He says they're all for paws free. Welcome in, Brother Adam. I'm getting biscuit attacked by Kush. He's practicing for the street corner. He's practicing for that street corner. He's getting the biscuits ready. Look at that. Look at those biscuits, man. Big biscuits. Big old juicy biscuits. He's like, I'm a professional baker. I'm a professional baker, he says. I make all the biscuits. Look at that biscuit button. You press the biscuit button right here. Choo, Kush goes off. He can't help himself. He's in biscuit baking mode. You been making chili? Nice. Kush, leave my green screen alone. No, mister. Don't bake biscuits on the green screen. God. Such a bad kitty. Oh, something got his attention. His sister got his attention or something. Oh, he drooled on me before he left. That sucker. What a jerk. Alright, I'm going to take this opportunity to do a blessings because he's not in my lap right now or in my arms. I didn't even take the green screen down yet. I figured why not. Might as well leave it up while we finish the live stream. So fingers crossed, I get this job tomorrow. I need it. I need it because I can't. I don't think they're gonna approve me for unemployment. It just says pending issues, pending issues, pending issues. So I'm over unemployment. I think it's an overnight deli job at the Flying J, which means I guess I'll be making sandwiches and whatever they tell me to do. I don't care. It's a job. But a job's better than no job. Kush, leave the green screen alone. Stop, mister. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me take the green screen down because he's going to keep on attacking it. He's a butt munch, you guys. Stop. No more green screen, Kush. No more green screen. Alright. I hope so, Brother Adam. If I can get the job, then that means I don't need an investor anymore to open up my snack shack. Couple checks. That's all I need. So. Yeah, welcome back to the bus. Had to take the magic of the internet away. What, Kush? Well, I took the green screen away? Huh? Why did I take the green screen away? You were attacking it. Why were you attacking it? This cat, I swear, look. Welcome in, Harley. Yes, Brother Adam. I'm going to get this kitty belly, before I get my feet off the ground. The kitty belly. I'm getting all the kitty belly. I should see his face. You're special one. You're a special one. Special. Good kitty. Oh. You didn't like that, you didn't like when I put my finger all the way in your mouth, huh? You're like, you goddamn gosh. You sucker. You sucker. He's so ferocious. Like, there's not even any teeth marks. He's so ferocious. Yeah, Brother Adam. Okay, you're good now. Be a good kitty. I think it's going to be a part-time job, like in the deli, which is fine with me. Part-time is better than no time. I'm going to go in tomorrow. I got to go in at 2 o'clock for an hour-long interview. That's what it says. I'll be there at 1. Me too. Me too. It'd be nice to have income again. You know, it's been 2 weeks. I'm going nuts. How do people do it? Like legit, how do people do it, man? I can't do the whole unemployed thing. I'm going stir crazy in the bus. I'm flipping out because I got bills coming up that I don't know what I'm gonna pay or how I'm gonna pay them. You know, I want to get my snack shack up and off the ground so I can have a backup plan if worst case scenario. But like, I don't know how people do it. I legit don't know how people go unemployed and just stay that way. I'm freaking out. You know, like I need work, man. I can't do the whole staying at home all day long, not doing anything, and I just can't do it. If I made enough money off of YouTube, maybe, you know, to be able to pay my bills and not worry about my internet, my phone, my rent, food for me, Blue, and Kush, you know, they're expensive. They're about $50 a month for their canned food and soft food, plus another like 25, $30 a month for their kibble each, you know? And then me, I'm a big dude. I eat, man. I like to eat, so I'm probably like $200-300 a month food. Just food. That's I know that's insane, but I like food. And then I got my insurance on the car. That's another $100 a month. At least my phone bill is cheap. Only 25 a month, you know. Internet, 125 a month. So I can go live with you guys on the awesome platforms like PlayFame, Pulse, and other things. So I don't know. I need to get something, and I'm hoping this interview tomorrow goes well, and I get hired, and I'm able to continue to bring content for you guys and do other awesome stuff. Because if I get a job, then that means I'll have money coming in. That means I'll be able to go and do stuff again. I got a vehicle that I can go out and do stuff in right now. Okay, Sonic the Dash car. That's an awesome car. Okay, it's a Chevy Lumina, 1998 Chevy Lumina. It hit a deer, still ticking. I had to freaking cut the hood open to get it back up and running, but you know, yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother. I hope I get it for something, you know, just something coming in. Money for blessings, money for food, money for water, money for freaking to go out and do stuff with you guys. Try to contact an actual casino, you know, and see if we can go live or like have a video from the casino on an actual machine. How cool would that be? Dang it, my nose itches. Ugh! But how cool would that be to be able to go live like Vegas Low Roller or something, you know? Go to an actual casino and play the slots. Not an online casino. No, we won't be able to do blessings and stuff at the casinos, but, you know, we can have some fun. It'd be cool. There's other things I want to do too. There's a lot of stuff around Colorado, not just gambling stuff. There are things like Pikes Peak. I want to go to the top of Pikes Peak and bring you guys with me. I want to go to like the Royal Gorge and bring you guys with me. It's like a part of the Grand Canyon. That's got to be cool to see. I haven't seen it yet, and I want to see it. There's no signal out there, but I would like to go to Bishop's Castle with you guys. I might make some more videos, because I did it a while back, but I guess I didn't post videos about it. But I went to Bishop's Castle, and it was a lot of fun. Now, I kind of want to make a post about it before going, and if I get so many subscribers, I will climb until, like, I'll record it, and I will climb until something pops or cracks in the wall, to the top of Bishop's Castle. I'm a big dude, so I don't know if it can hold my weight. But there's might be a deadly video going to the top of Bishop's Castle. Nice. No cush. No kitty attacks. Stinker. He's at my feet right now. He's mad at me. I haven't been to the top of Pikes Peak yet. I want to go. I've taken you guys flying before. That was fun. I'd like to do something like that again. Take a helicopter tour or something. That would be a lot of fun. But that all costs a lot of money, though, So that's all things that I'd have to be either steadily working or running my snack shack and making good money. There's a lot that goes into doing fun videos like that. When I flew the plane and, took you guys with me, rented a private jet just to fly around for an hour and a half. That was a lot of money, man. I worked for several days door dashing. It took me probably 2 weeks door dashing to come up with the money to rent the private jet for an hour and a half, and then take you guys along with me and record some different angles and whatnot. And I got to fly the plane and record me flying the plane. Yeah, I was a human claw machine. That was fun. We'll do more stuff like that. I want to go indoor skydiving with you guys. I think that would be a lot of fun. There's a place out in Colorado Springs that I can go indoor skydiving. I did that before, and as a big guy, they let me do it, so that was awesome. I want to go actual skydiving and take you guys with me, but I'm too big. I need to be able to jump with a tandem diver, and apparently I am too heavy to jump with a tandem diver. I also want to take you guys into a hot air balloon. At some point, I want to rent a hot air balloon, if I can ever afford to do it. I think that would be a lot of fun to make videos. The human claw is fun, but $20 a pop to do it? I don't know. 1,000 tickets and a ride in a harness for $20. I don't know if that's worth it every time I go, but it was worth it for the experience. Okay, to bring a video for you guys. Now, I might do it again if I can get somebody to go with me, so that they can record me and get up close and personal and show different angles and stuff. Not just a recording from me putting a camera on my phone on the counter from 30 feet back. You're not jumping out of a plane, not if you can't land. That's hilarious. I'll jump out of a plane. Again, I'm not scared though. Okay, if it's meant for me to die from skydiving, then so be it. What an obituary. Odin went out like a king. He's in Valhalla, rolling around with other badasses, you know? That'd be one hell of a way to go. Just saying, what an obituary. Death by skydiving. Hit the ground at 180 miles an hour. Funny story, he didn't die right away. He got up, shook it off for a little while, said, "Whoo, what a ride!" And then turned to dust. And exploded. You know what? For the thrill of it, brother, I'd go bungee jumping too if they'd let me. They won't let me on zip lines. I'd go zip lining with you guys if they'd let me, but I'm too heavy for the zip lines, apparently. I'm not terrified of heights, Harley. I've been in some really tall buildings, you know. I've been on the ledge of some really tall buildings. I've been on, like, really high up platforms out on the ocean. Gulf of Mexico, I call it the ocean. It was like part of the ocean to me. I've been in helicopters. I've been in planes. I love to fly. You're older, the thrill is gone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like that feel, the gut feeling of dropping too. Really like that. I don't know why. It's such a weird feeling to like, you know? If you ever ride the Superman Tower of Power, that Six Flags that drops you down, what was it, 13, 14 stories, you know, real quick? That's so much fun. They have one like that at Glenwood Caverns where they drop you into the mine shaft. It's so much fun. Like, I mean, they drop you all the way down into the mine. Get that gut-wrenching feeling like you're dropping. I don't know why I like that feeling, but I do. It's a weird feeling to like. I got it the other day playing a video game. I was playing Spyro the Dragon, okay? It was the coolest thing ever. I was so immersed into this thing right here. Because I was playing like this, you know? I wasn't like live or anything. I was just into it. And I jumped off like this towering cliff and started just free fall diving. And then before I hit his little wings and glided out. And it felt so, like, I got that gut-wrenching feeling. I was like, I felt like I was falling for real. It was funny. It was funny. Oh, I love roller coasters. Again, if I can fit. You guys, y'all don't understand. Okay, look, I'm gonna get back a little bit so y'all can see. I am not a skinny dude, okay? I'm a pretty big dude. I don't fit in most roller coasters. My girth, there's nothing I can do about it, you know? Like, the width of me from here to the chair is too big for most of those freaking bars that come down. Kush tried to jump on my leg and he missed. Oh, I said no kitty attacks, dude. What did we learn? You didn't learn nothing, he says. Oh. I get that, Brother Adam. I get that. Trust me. But where's the point if you don't have fun? If it's my time to go, then so be it. It'll happen whether I want it to or not. Okay, look. If it's my time to die from a roller coaster, whether I'm on it or not, it will happen. I could be walking near the roller coaster or not even in the vicinity of the roller coaster, and the roller coaster will derail and come and find me. So might as well ride it and have some fun. Now, look. Carny rides and, like, actual theme parks are two different things. I don't know if I necessarily trust the carnies that handle those rides to actually handle those rides. You know, I get it, Brother Adam. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Sometimes knowing too much is a curse, but I know a lot of what you're saying. Okay, I've seen a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I have been on roller coasters that have malfunctioned, and we were stuck for quite a little while waiting for them to come and, you know, let us out. It was kind of funny. So, like, it was kind of actually really funny when it happened, because we were stuck up there just hanging, and it was one of those ones where your feet are dangling, you know. So we were just sitting there for like 35 minutes waiting for them to like let us out. They couldn't like let us out until like somebody had to come and walk up. It went like, I don't know, like 35, 45 feet maybe before it malfunctioned. So we weren't that far out of the gate, but we were up at a nice angle, you know? And so they had to climb up, and they had to like release brakes and stuff like that and whatnot, and push us back into the loading bay to be able to let us out. Sketchy Hicktown Carnival. I've been one of the cornies there, Harley. I've been a corny before, and I know a little, like Brother Adam says, knowing too much is, you know, sometimes a curse. When you see behind the scenes in the carny world, you don't trust carnies. If you get a wreck, you want to be a driver. I get it, Brother Adam. I get it, okay? I get it. I don't know. I like roller coasters. Again, if I can fit on the roller coaster, I will ride the roller coaster. I ride a lot of the ones that are probably super sketch, okay? And I mean this in the best way possible, like lovingly, like most nicest way possible to the theme parks. But some of these roller coasters probably should not be operational anymore. But they're the only ones that I can ride, so I ride them. They're old, wooden, but they only have like a lap bar. So I can pull that lap bar down and make it click. And then I get beat up by the wooden roller coaster because it's those things are gnarly, dude. They knock you around. They're not light about it, man. It's like every curve. Oh, every curve on a wooden roller coaster. That sucker hits. But some of the only ones that I can ride because I'm a big old baby tubby tub McTubbersons. You only like the wooden ones? That's hilarious, Adam. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like the wooden ones. Again, some of the only ones that I can ride. Because it's usually just a lap bar that you pull down. But man, some of these old wooden roller coasters, they knock you around pretty hard. They're still fun. They're still fun. I'm not denying that they're fun. I wouldn't ride them if they weren't. But you can only ride a wooden roller coaster so many times before he kind of gets like, meh. There's no loop-de-loops. There's no crazy, crazy spins, you know. Oh, yeah. It makes some awesome sounds. That's why you like it, the hard hits. No, they do hit hard, though. Like, I remember getting slammed in some of those wooden roller coasters going around those curves, you know, some tight curves. And they slam you because they just... And you hit that fucking that incline real quick. Takes you forever to get to the top of the incline, and then it drops you, and it's. I mean, they're fun, but they hit hard when they hit you. The smooth ones are a lot more fun to me. You're funny, Adam, because it doesn't matter if it's wood or steel. If you're 150 feet in the air, 150 feet is still 150 feet to the concrete. No matter if you fall from wood or steel, doesn't matter. Carowinds in North Carolina. Ooh, the Ricochet. It kind of sounds fun, actually, the Ricochet. Just get some splinters. Yeah, sure, Adam. just a splinter. You're like the Black Knight from Monty Python. Just put the flesh wound. He's just a head popping around. I really like the. There was one called the Dueling Dragons, I believe they called it, at Universal Studios. That was a lot of fun. They don't do it the same anymore because I think somebody got killed on the ride or something. So now they're offset, so that the rides don't meet at the same time anymore. But when I rode the ride, it was called the Dueling Dragon or something. I think it was called the Dueling Dragon, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The roller coaster was two twin roller coasters that went around, and they looked identical, but they were like mirrored, and then they would meet right in the middle, and our feet would be like, we were like inches away from each other. We were like inches away. At least it felt that way. We were probably like a foot and a half, 2 feet away from each other. Like our feet were probably like 2 feet away. But it was something like that. Oh my god, yeah. I'll still ride it. I don't care. It was a lot more fun back in the 90s. That's all I'm saying. It was a lot more fun back in the 90s. We lived, though. That's all that matters, right, Harley? We lived. Who cares? I know I had a lot of fun on it. When I rode, like I said, the cars would pass, and it would pass like identical up and around. And it was just like one spot where we do it. And your feet would, I tell you, I think it was a tall person, like, got their foot broken or something. I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to Google what happened. What happened on the Twin Dragon ride at Universal Studios, Florida? Okay, the Dragon Challenge, formerly Dueling Dragons, not what I said, not the Twin Dragons, Dueling Dragons. Roller coaster at Universal Islands of Adventure closed in 2017 after 2 riders were injured in 2011 by loose objects thrown or falling from the opposing train. Okay. Somebody threw something from the other side. That's messed up. I thought they hit or something. The injuries, including a permanent eye injury, forced the park to stop the signature dueling feature, where the trains passed within feet of each other, and eventually led to the ride's removal. The incidents. That's messed up. Yeah, that's messed up. It's because people were throwing objects. Because, again, you were less than a couple feet away from each other. I mean, when they designed some of those rides, Brother Adam, they're intense. Maybe, Brother Adam, maybe. But where's the fun in that? Welcome in, Brother Dustin. Where's the fun in plexiglass being there? We used to have a dueling part where we would duel. The risk is the thrill, right, Harley? I mean, maybe that's what was going on, okay? It wasn't a mishap. There were two riders. They each got on one of the rides, and they were dueling. They took that to heart, and when they got to that moment, they let their freaking things go, and they just happened to hit the wrong person. That's what happened. They threw their objects, and it just happened to hit the wrong person. Do 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 do. Whoever gets the worst injury is the loser. We're dueling to the. Could you imagine? Oh, I just realized Kush knocked off one of my things. That freaking stinker. He got me while he was over here. Could you imagine if that's how you settled your beef? You were the only two riders. You each took one of the trains. You got in the front, so you were right in the front seat. So like you were gonna meet right when you were gonna meet, You got a pack of 9 volts. I'm going to get ninja stars. You take your 9 volts, I'm going to throw ninja stars. How about that? Because in a pack of 9 volts, it's usually only 2. We'll each get on one side, take the front seat. We'll get to that point and let loose. Yeah! You only need one. Let me guess, you're David, I'm Goliath. I get it, it's a fat joke. It's alright, Adam. It's alright, I got it. No. What if Goliath was just a really fat dude? He wasn't really a giant. He was just giant in size. I think that's what really happened. He walked out like fat bastard. I'm gonna eat ya. Dave was like, not today. Flung that freaking stone at him. And he was fat, so he couldn't run after him. That's the only reason why he went down. He lost his balance and slipped. And then gravity just did the rest. Get in my belly. I want my baby back chilies, baby back ribs, and barbecue sauce. Baby, it's the other white meat. He might have tried to catch a stone, hit himself in the forehead. That's what knocked him out, maybe. Oh, you're throwing scones? I love scones! Ah! He thought it was a scone, not a stone. And then that's where the foul was, Fat guy thought it was food, went to catch it. In fact, he didn't even go to catch it, he just went to catch it with his mouth. And, hot stone, not a scone, in the mouth. Boom, gone, done. That's where the myth is wrong. It's that he didn't get hit in the forehead, and he didn't go down like that. He went like a suicide shot, through the mouth, through the roof of the mouth, because it was a stone, not a scone, just right in the mouth, and it was over that quick. In the gob, yeah. He didn't even try to catch it. He's just like, I love scones. And that was in the story, I mean, Goliath made it easy. All David had to do was be a good aim, Yeah, tactical error. That's all it was. Had he heard proper, stone, not scone, maybe he would have caught the stone instead of tried to eat the scone. And it is what it is. We all make it. We all make that error. I get it, because as a fat guy, I understand. If you came at me and said you were going to throw a stone at me, I'd be like, why are you throwing food? I'll eat that scone. I heard it too, so I get it. A good scone. I actually do like scones. Scones are pretty delicious. It's just like a freaking biscuit, except dense. It's not the fluffy biscuit, it's a dense blueberry or chocolate chip. It's like an MRE. Oh, Brother Adam, you know what the MREs taste like. It's like the MRE bread, That's what a scone pretty much is, but good flavor instead of that MRE cracker. That it's the dumbest thing in the world. They give you that bread. What are you supposed to do with that stuff? That is the worst bread I've ever had in my entire life. Is in the MREs. Eat it. I've eaten plenty of that bread, brother, with cheese, or the jalapeno cheese, or the peanut butter. I've eaten plenty of that bread. I tried to do what they want you to do with it, okay? Because they give you 2 pieces with the burger patty, and I put 1 piece in the bottom, the burger patty, 1 piece in the top. It just doesn't bite right. It don't bite right. I'm sorry. That bread is so dense and just like, you don't want to take a full bite of it. Okay, I can appreciate that, brother, if I was out in combat, but they were giving us these meals after Katrina, and let me tell you, we lived off of MREs for a long time. Like, they were giving us cases and cases and cases of MREs. I think at one point, my mom and dad had like 14, 15 cases of MREs. And that's all we ate because my mom and dad didn't want to cook. They're like, we got MREs, you eat MREs, that's what they're there for. So I ate tons of MREs. Some of them, Harley, are palatable. Okay, there are some okay ones like the chicken. What you call it? The chicken patty was edible. The beef patty was edible. The pork tasted like the McRib. Okay. Eat the jelly spread to start it. uh, my favorite thing from the MREs, believe it or not, wasn't any part of the food, but it was the drink mixes. I loved the tea when it come like the lemon tea in the little pouch, the little powdered tea. You just add water to your tea and boom, tea. See, that stuff was awesome. They also had like espresso cans sometimes in the thing. That was pretty cool when they have the espresso cans. You couldn't do it now. I could still eat MREs. No, brother Adam. I'm not saying that I had better than you. I just I got to try all the MREs. I've literally tried them all. Well, no. That's a lie. That's a lie. We didn't have any of the pizza MREs. I've never had a pizza MRE. I seen somebody on a channel the other day eating a pizza MRE, and I was like, what the where did that? I had cases upon cases of MREs after Katrina that I went through and tried. I've literally tried all the different kinds of MREs. Except for the pizza one. I've never had a pizza MRE. I've never seen that before. That was what the hell? Made me mad, because I think I would have liked that one. That looked like the school pizza. It was like a square pizza. the ham and egg omelet, yeah. I've had like the chili mac was okay. The spaghetti one was meh. There's a lot of nasty ones though. There's a lot of bad ones. A lot of bad ones. See, I like the spaghetti one. It was meh. But there was a lot of bad MREs out there. Like, I've tried some gnarly MREs. I was like, nope, can't do it. I can't do it. I just couldn't. It looked horrible. It tasted just as bad. The fun part was heating it up, though. You know, using that little, whatever, hand warmer looking deal to add water to freaking boil the shit out of that stuff. But my favorites were the chicken patties and the beef patties. I would pretend that I was just eating a carnivore diet, you know, the Atkins diet. I like the chili mac one. The spaghetti was like eh. The chili was all right, you know. I could palate the chili. Um, I'm trying to remember some of the bad ones. I did not like the tortilla soup or whatever the hell that was supposed to be. That was supposed to be like some kind of Mexican tortilla soup or bean soup or something. I don't know. It was disgusting. The ham slice that looked like cat food, but they gave you crackers. I like the crackers. Okay, I like the crackers out of the MRE. They were dense, I know, but I actually like the crackers. I used to eat the shit out of the crackers with cheese. Yeah, but it wasn't I don't know. I enjoyed the more just the meat ones, I guess, you know, just the chicken and the beef and the the pork. Like I said, the pork one, the little pork imitation patty, whatever you want to call it, that it made it look like a rib. It literally tasted like the McRib from McDonald's. That was pretty good. And then when I was in JROTC back in high school, we'd eat MREs when we were out and like doing training exercises and stuff, because we wanted to pretend. Well, we wanted to feel like we were the real deal. You know, we wanted to be in the Army, and I was so disappointed when the Army rejected me. Your uncle's sitting there like it was a delicacy, because it was. There wasn't many palatable MREs. I mean, like, I like the peanut butter, I like the cheese, I like the crackers. But again, there was not many, like, good MREs. I did like the desserts, the little pound cakes. Those things are good, no matter what they're in. You know, they were, like, sugar-coated on the outside, and they were a soft cake on the inside. You know, sometimes it was a chocolate and vanilla swirl, sometimes it's just vanilla. You know, those are pretty freaking good. Sometimes you got M&Ms in them. You know, you were lucky if you got an M&M pack in there, man. I remember we get the ones with M&M packs. I was like, hell yeah. Memories were just a fact of life. I get it, brother. I get it. You had to deal. Okay, your experience with MREs is way different than mine. Okay, like you were given MREs as your primary source of food from the Army, or you were Marine or Army. I can't remember if you were Marine or Army guy. I know you were military. I think you were Marine. I think you went to Camp Lejeune. Can't remember that. I might be good. Yeah, you eat crayons. Okay, you're Marine. You went to Camp Lejeune. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I come from a crayon-eating family, okay? I get it, you know. They didn't have as many colors whenever my grandfather was a crayon eater, though. You know, it was mostly just browns, tans, maybe some greens. They didn't have very many colors in the box. You're funny, Harley. I like the orange ones. The orange ones taste better. I'm sorry. Yeah, right, Adam. The orange ones were the best. I'm sorry. Green was okay, but orange was the best. Red was up there too. Red was okay. Red had that dye in it, whatever it was. Oh, my toe itches. Don't knock it till you try it, Dustin. Look, they used to put them in the MREs for a reason. It said meal ready to eat. The crayons would come in the MRE. You just eat when they come, okay? Yeah, you have to be in the mood for red. This is one of those colors, you know, it's just, But orange always went down smooth. Be prepared if you eat the red, though, okay? For, like, when you go to the bathroom, because remember you ate the red. It will freak you out. The mess that comes out is not... you don't want to see it, trust me. You're going to want to call the medic, and you're going to think something bad happened, but it didn't. You just ate too many reds. Different shades of orange. You pooping rainbows? No, not really. You only get to eat one color at a time there, Dustin. Usually your poop stays the same color. You don't really mix the colors when you're eating them, you know. You eat one at a time. It's a military thing. We don't like our colors to touch. You know, I don't know. I wasn't like full military, but I was in JROTC, and we follow the rules. Okay, you don't touch colors. Great. Food's not supposed to touch. No, I'm trying to I don't really believe that. I mix my food all the time, but I believe the army believes that the food's not supposed to touch. They separate the trays into all these little sections. We just love them. I think I would have done well in the military. Okay, all kidding aside. Had I been allowed to join the military, they would have whooped my fat into muscle. I mean, there's tons of muscle under the fat. It's not like I'm just a fat, tubby, McTubberson walking around here. So I think if the military would have just accepted me, they would have whipped me into shape, and I would have became as badass as my grandfather. And I think I would have made waves. Like for real. I think I would have done really well in the military. It's drilled into y'all at boot camp. Mango flavor would be nice. No, Dustin, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? You gotta remember you ate the red crayon when you go to the bathroom, because it will freak you out if you don't. If you don't remember you ate the red. Also happen if you eat the black crayon. Welcome in, Barbara. Yeah, blessing sounds delicious. Sir, this recruit would love another crayon, sir! Sir, can I have two, sir? Oh, I'm right there with you, Adam. I'm right there with you. And I'm right there with you, Barbara. Ow. Okay, never mind. I'm not right there with you. I cannot unclog my dab rig, so 1 second. Gotta move you guys. I don't want to pull the blood clot out from my tooth that got pulled 2 days ago. I'm not supposed to suck through a straw. It's recruit this recruit. Okay, yes. I got you, Adam. They would have loved me, for real, though. Because I think I would have been a beast. Like, I made myself a legend at the dental office, for not flinching while they yanked a tooth out with no numbing medication. I think I would have done shit like that, but on a military level. Yes, Barbara. Okay. I think I could do a blessings now. Yes. Nice. I don't want to make my mouth bleed and then have to like go bite on the freaking tea bag. Have to get a new blood clot and start all over again. Going 48 hours, letting it like heal, kind of. I wasn't like too welcome in, Scratch with Fam. I wasn't that good of a boy. Oh, Brother Adam, I probably would have been standing in front of the mirror quite often. With my last name, you know what they would have done to me? Oh, yes, I have, Barbara. I have had plenty of moon rocks. Flour dipped in wax, dusted in keef. Are you kidding me? I have had tons of moon rocks. Again, I would have probably been in the mirror quite a bit because I say I a lot, you know. So I get that. I get what you're saying. I just think the military would have loved me because they would have rode me so hard because of my last name. Strictly because of my last name, I would have got the business. Okay, I know this for a fact. You just spend time looking at yourself. Oh. They would have expected a higher degree of badassedness out of me because of my grandfather, had I been able to join the Marines. I just know for a fact I would have gotten like drilled into the ground, you know. I didn't spend time in a Marine ROTC. I was in an Army ROTC, and my last name held weight. What are you doing, Kush? You're a weirdo, bud. I hear him back there messing with something. Yes, Barbara. I agree. There's a lot of bad stuff going on about this military base. Doesn't mean my grandfather was a bad person, but you know, there's a military base named after my grandfather. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Dustin. That's funny. That supposedly has something to do with the water at Camp Lejeune. I don't know. It's weird. It's some kind of weird lawsuits going on right now, or was, or still. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't follow it. I don't care. It doesn't mean crap to me because it doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. But it still is part of my legacy. You know, I come from a just the baddest of all the leathernecks. You know, that's the sperm that ended up shooting me out eventually down the line. That's funny, Barbara. That was after me. It's settled. Kush, what are you doing? Hey. No, sir. No, sir. I hear you scratching up there. Bad kitty. Go scratch your scratch post, mister. It's a bad kitty. Oh, yeah, Barbara, I 1000% already know I would have gotten the business had I been recruited or been allowed to join. You mean before you drank the camp out of water? After they fixed the water. That's funny, Adam. That's funny. Oh no, I would have gotten the worst of it, guaranteed, because they would have expected more out of me, and I would have been I was chubby as a teenager, you know. I was a big kid. I was 300 plus before I was 20. That's all I'm saying, you know. I was 365 pounds at the age of 19. I was a big boy. Yep, it was totally fixed, Adam says. Oh, they would have expected it all and then some. Now, look, like I said earlier, I think I would have excelled had I been allowed to join the military, because I've done some stuff in regular civilian life, in the police department, in the fire department. I've done some extraordinary things. Okay, some badass, if you will, things. So I think had I been allowed, and had the military been allowed to like mold me, I would have been a badass, just like my grandfather. I think I could live up to that name had I been given the opportunity to do so. But again, like, I have a reputation at the dentist office, you know, like the dental facility, whatever you want to call it. When I went in the other day to get my roots pulled, I cracked a joke. I was like, you know, at least this time I get to have anesthetics and I get to be numb for it. I don't want to feel the pain. You know, I'd rather not feel pain if I can help it. Who wants to feel pain, you know? That's just a weird thing. Yes, Adam, I agree with you. I agree with you, brother. And look. Looking back now, when I was 17, I was so pissed off, okay, that the Army rejected me. Well, that sucks, Barbara. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. I went to this Army recruiter, and he told me he didn't want my fat ass in his Army. And that pissed me off so much that I joined the sheriff's office, because I knew the sheriff's office would take me. I was a junior deputy, you know, from the age of 15 to the age of 18. I knew I could become a sheriff's officer. 1 second. What are you doing? I'm going to put you in your room, mister. I'm going to put you in your room, mister, if you don't stop. You hear me? Don't meow me. Don't meow me. I hear you up there scratching on your sister's food. Here, take your toy. Chill out. Anyway. Well, that's good, Barbara. I'm glad she's in remission. See, yes, and like they say, hindsight is 2020. Had I just, okay, I'm on the autism spectrum. Okay, so I have issues. When the army recruiter told me he didn't want my fat ass in his army, in my mind, that extended to every branch of the military. The Marines, the Air Force, the Army, and the Coast Guard even, the Navy even. Every branch of the military didn't want me because that one Army recruiter told me he didn't want my fat ass in his army. Well, it's a little late now, Brother Adam. It's a little late now. I have issues that I can't really... I don't think I'd do well now in the military. I smoke way too much marijuana, and they do not like that at all. They would not like me nowadays. No, Barbara, I can't. Again, like I said, hindsight is 2020. I wish I would have just went over to a Marine recruiting office and be like, look, the Army doesn't want me. I would have said my last name at a Marine recruiting office, and things would have went a hell of a lot different. They would have never turned me away. And I know this now as an adult, okay? But I was a child. I was 17. I was a child. I don't care what anybody says, 17, 18, you're still a child. Because at 17, like I said, when that Army recruiter told me that, I straight up thought that every branch of the military from there on in would never take me because that one recruiter told me that he didn't want me in the Army. My dumbass did not think to just go to a different recruiter. I could have still gotten in the Army, for crying out loud. That was just one recruiter. He was nobody. He was nobody. I could have went to another recruiter at a different office, and bada bing, bada boom, I could have got in. But that one person told me that one stupid thing. And it was like a little earwig, they just drilled its way into my brain and told me that everybody didn't want me. Oh, I get that, Brother Adam, but I smoke a little bit more than one day is not enough for me nowadays. I hear you, Barbara. I hear you. I wish it would work like that. Hey, if it worked like that, I wouldn't have to shave. I wouldn't have to cut my hair. I wouldn't have to stop smoking blessings. Oh, let me show you what I can do. That's a lot easier said than done too, Adam. Because like you said, everybody's probably, doing something. But holy smokes. You put me behind the scope of a weapon? Boy, I'm a crack shot. You put me on the battlefield, let me beat some... I can show you what 300 pounds can do, Like, I'm not a small person, Like, I'm built for military type stuff, like Viking type stuff, Those not yours. I get that, Adam, I get that. Oh, Barbara, if they would let me join the military and be who I am and just, whip me into shape, get me exercising again, get this gut going, dude, oh my God. The military would love me, okay? My colonel back when I was in JROTC loved me. I was able to do drill team and spin a 10.5 pound M1 Grant, or Grand, not Grant, Grand, you know. I was able to spin that weapon and still go to the rifle team and shoot a crack shot fucking shot, you know. I got third highest shot in the state of Louisiana from my JROTC. I had a lot of fun in JROTC, you know, a lot of fun. I thought I would have done really well in the military. Like, no fight like this. I don't know about bringing value with my blessings brain, but I would bring value with my brute force and strength that I know I have. Yeah, no, I get that, Brother Adam. Like I said, I think I would have done well when I was a kid. Had I not, you know, let that stupid army recruiter get to me, and, you know, I know hindsight's 2020. I joined the sheriff's office because the sheriff's office I knew would take me. And I thought that was the only place I had to go, you know, that was like home. But cops and sheriff's deputies and firefighters, we're not looked at the same as military. You know, you don't hear a firefighter or veteran discount. You don't hear of a sheriff's office veteran discount. But there's a military discount for any branch of the military. You know, no offense, Brother Adam, or anybody else that served in the military. I'm not trying to like offend any branch of military, anybody that served. I just think that firefighters put their lives on the line just as much as military. No offense. I know I'm probably offending people right now. But when we run into burning buildings, you know, that building can collapse on us just like somebody can shoot you. Just like a bomb can go off. It's not exactly the same. We're not in war zones. But a fire, a burning house, a car that can explode at any moment, you know, in those times, I believe that the danger is the same. If a burning building collapses on me, it kills me just as much as if somebody shoots me or a bomb goes off or an IED or a grenade, you know, like it all kills you the same. And I don't know. I just believe that we should be respected the same, not just, and it's not trying to take away from the military, because I understand y'all are out there, you know, putting your lives on the line every day when you go overseas or when you go out to any form of war, whatever. Oh, I get it, Brother Adam. Trust me, I get it. As a volunteer firefighter who puts his life on the line every time he runs into a building, you know, I take an oath, just like you take an oath. Same thing when I joined the sheriff's office. You know, I took the oath. I signed that contract, if you will, to become a deputy sheriff. All right, says Barbara. Hope you have a blessed night. But again, I'm not saying it's exactly the same. Firefighters are not going to war, okay? I'm not saying that firefighters are going to war, but there's a lot of stuff that you don't expect and you do run into when you become a firefighter. Oh, no, I agree. I agree, Brother Adam, and I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying it's exactly, again, I'm not saying it's exactly the same. Once you sign the contract for the military, it's completely different. The military owns you. Okay? I get what you're saying, brother. I get what you're saying. But it just drives me nuts, okay, whenever people ask me, whenever I go to like a restaurant or something, are you a veteran? And I want to be like, yes, I am a veteran, but I don't want to lie and be like I've served in the military, because I'm not a veteran military. I'm a veteran firefighter. I used to be a full-time volunteer firefighter. On call 24/7. If my pager went off, I was out the door in bunker gear and into whatever thing was burning. Whatever was going on, I was in it, I fought marsh fires. I was up to my waist in marsh water with alligators, fish, whatever you want to call in the water, with fire surrounding me before. I've fought some nasty freaking fires. But I'm not saying I went to war. I just think I am. I think I am technically. I don't understand why I'm not considered a veteran too. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the whole one thing is better than the other thing. It doesn't make sense to me, because in my eyes, volunteer firefighters, paid firefighters, police, military, they're all on the same team. They're all doing the same thing. They're protecting and serving someone. Usually, there are a lot of bad cops out there that are making a bad name for the good cops. I've seen bad and good. But I just think they're all on the same team. If you're a veteran, you're a veteran. You shouldn't have to be like, no, I'm not veteran military. I'm sorry. I'm veteran firefighter. I'm veteran police officer. I'm veteran whatever. Oh, I get it, Brother Adam. I know you're not. Trust me, I'm not. I don't think you're knocking anybody. And again, I'm not trying to offend anybody that served in the military. I come from a military background, so I get it. I tried to serve. They didn't. I thought, because of what I was told, that I wasn't acceptable for the military. I was young, autistic, stupid. Okay, it's what it was. Wet behind the ears, if you will. Had I just gone to a different recruiter, they would have accepted me. The Army would have taken me. The Army would have whipped me into shape. You know what I'm saying? But my mind thought, because that one recruiter told me that every single recruiter would tell me the same thing. No matter which branch of military I went to, no matter which recruiting office, no matter what state, my mind was made up because of that one recruiter. It was the dumbest thing in the world. He told me a couple words. I don't want your fat ass in my military. In my Army. Like, specific words. He said Army, not military. But my brain took that as every branch of the military wouldn't want me. And I regret that now, as an adult, not just going to a different recruiting office. I should have went to my colonel, for crying out loud. Colonel Penland would have got me into the f***ing Army. He loved me. Right? I get it, Brother Adam. I get it. And look, I think if I would have been able to join back when I was a teenager, I would have done well. Because they would have been able to mold me whenever I was in those impressionable years. Not now. I'm kind of set in my ways. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I would do well in the military these days. I'm not gonna shave, for one. Okay, this ain't going nowhere. This is part of me. This right here. This doesn't go anywhere in the winter. It doesn't go anywhere in the summer. This doesn't go anywhere. This is part of me. So, like, the military I think the military would go to shave this off, and their clippers would break, It'd be like, they'd break all their clippers. That's just for starters. For two, I smoke so much Mary Jane, and I'm not willing to give that up. It's the one thing that calms me down so I don't murder people. you know, and go to jail for real. Oh, I feel for you, Adam. I feel for you. I remember when Bush was in office, man. That was crazy times. Are you talking about senior or junior? Because I remember both. Both the Bushes were pretty. But junior, oh yeah, you're old. Senior. Oh, could you imagine serving under junior though? Okay, at least senior was more head on his shoulders, not in the cocaine. Junior was crazy, man. He had us doing some weird things as a country. Oh yeah! Whoa! I thought you were 21, Adam. What happened? Now you're contradicting yourself. I think you're not even old enough to be in this chat. Let's take that shield back. You might not be old enough to have that shield. Sweet 16. I knew it! I knew it, Adam! I have a spider sense for these sorts of things, you know? I have a spider sense tingling, you know? I knew it! I effing knew it. You just have an old soul. Oh, they used to tell me that when I was a kid. They used to tell me I had an old soul when I was a kid. And then now, as an adult, everyone tells me I look way younger than I actually am. It's hilarious. Almost no one believes that I'm in my 30s. I kind of just roll with it. Okay, whatever. Sure, okay. Brother Adam's got the Benjamin Buttons disease. That's what's going on. He's aging backwards already. But like nobody believes me that I'm in my 30s. Nobody believes that I'm almost 40. Okay? The fact that I turn 40 next year, it's hilarious to a lot of people. That's so many wrong things that I could say about that, Adam. So much wrong things. Oh, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut though. I'm gonna get demonetized for sure if I say what just popped into my head. You're born into diapers, you die in diapers. That's hilarious. Put my own explanation to it. I don't think there's any way to put this, brother, besides it just being bad. Going back to mama. He can only go so far back. You sure you want to go back? It might not be the same home you're used to. Oh, it's gonna get worse. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. It'll just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Might be a little dry. I'm gonna do blessings. I'm gonna do a blessings. You might want to bring your own lube. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna stop now. He's going down in the Hail Mary. Oh my God! I just need to not say what's on my mind right now because you're going down in the Hail Mary full of grace. I didn't say what I want to say. Probably get in trouble for that. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, you guys, this is supposed to be just a quick little live stream to do blessings and say goodnight and whatnot, but we've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. Only nobody's with you. Oh, that's funny, Adam. That's funny. I think my last words are going to be watch this. Like a true Southern boy. I really do think those are going to be my last words. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm like, watch this. And that's how I'm going to end. You know, it's going to be caught on camera. You guys are going to witness it. It's going to be sad and tragic and whatnot. And then after we come to think about it, we're going to come back to this live stream right here and be like, he said it. He said his last words are going to be, watch this. Who knew he was going to jump in the mouth of a grizzly bear? I don't know. He told me he was going to pet his belly. I probably would try to pet a grizzly bear. I'm not going to lie. Bears are just big dogs. They're just big wild dogs. Haha. I'm laughing so hard I shed a tear. Oh, dude. After the satanic ritual that his parents went through, she births him every single night. So every episode. Every episode. I would love to pet a bear, Adam. I'm not even kidding. I know it sounds like I'm making a joke, but I really do think a bear is just a big dog. Have you ever seen them wet? They look like giant dogs. They play like dogs. A bear is just a dog that can stand on its hind end. And, you know, they do grow to be like 800 pounds. But still. Yeah, I'm just going to go pet a big wild dog. I mean, what if, though? What if you treat it as such and it acts as such? Okay, bear's running towards you. You pick up a stick. Who's a good boy? And throw the stick. And the bear goes, whoo. It takes off. And you just learned a new survival technique. Huh? Huh? Of course you pet the babies. Look, look, look. If the babies like you, the mama will like you. That's how it works, Adam. You gotta get the baby scent all over you so you smell like the baby. That way the mama thinks you're one of its babies. I mean, come on. That is just common sense, Adam. That is just common sense. I mean, do you not know bear survival? Common sense. You make yourself smell like the cubs. The more you smell like the cubs, the more the mama will like you. And if she comes around and you're playing with the babies and having a good time and fun, then she's going to be like, look at this. They're fun. They're having fun. They're playing. That's how bears work, man. And then she comes over and you tickle her chin, you know. Go, you go, mama. Who's your mama bear? Give her a bowl of porridge. Yeah, I mean, she gets the hot one. She likes the hot one. You gotta remember that, though. Don't give her the wrong porridge. Because if you give Mama Bear the wrong porridge, then you know you're in trouble. Yeah, exactly. You gotta snuggle with the cubs. If you don't snuggle with the cubs, then Mama Bear might not be cool with you. You know, if you go up there and you kick the cub or you push the cub out of the way, you know, and Mama Bear sees that, she might not like you. You gotta get in cool with the Mama Bear, you know? Come on now. This is mating 101, you know? Like, you go to, like, meet a girl or something, too, and she's got kids. You gotta get in cool with the kids. The kids love you, the mom loves you. You know, that's 101. Yeah, of course they're friendly towards humans. Like, see, that's what a real dog does. Attacks. Like, just attack. Poor Kush was just coming out of the bathroom. What did he do wrong, you know? Just got attacked by Blue. So, I mean, of course I would go up to a bear. Especially if you feed him. You gotta feed him, too. Yeah, you never got a selfie with a bear? I'll do it next time I'm in town, brother. I'll get a selfie with a bear for you next time I'm in town. I promise. Tomorrow, I'll make a short video about it. Okay? I'll shake its paw. I'll get a selfie with it. I'll do it. I mean, I've been saving that one for a long time. I guess it's finally time to come out, you know, so I'll do it tomorrow. When I go for my job interview, I'll go even a little earlier, and I'll go pet a bear and take a picture with it, and I'll shake its paw. Maybe even scratch its belly. I'll scratch its belly a little. Yeah, just for fun. Just for fun. I don't know if I can... He's pretty tall, so I don't know if I can get my throat up that high. But, I'll make it look like he's biting my hand or something. Ah! You know, like, I'll do like that. He's a pretty tall bear, though. He likes the snuggles, though, so I don't know if it counts, because he likes the snuggles and the cuddles and scritches. He's friendly. But y'all don't believe me, so it is what it is. I'll just have to make the video and post it. Yeah, just for shites and giggles, I'll make it. I'll make it tomorrow, you know. I'll go in a little bit earlier than I normally would. just big dogs. That's all they are. You should definitely go up to any bear you meet in the wilderness and just pet it, okay? Let it sniff your hand, okay? Like just like a dog. You'd be like, "Here, Mr. Bear," and you go, palm up, don't palm down, palm up. "Hi, Mr. Bear." You know, let him smell your hand, and then he'll let you pet he'll let you pet his belly if you let him smell your hand. That's just how it works. That's just how it works, you know. And again, if you find a mama bear, dude, you got to pet the cubs. Getting good with the cubs, you're getting good with mama bear. You can give it cheeses. They prefer peanut butter sandwiches. Believe it or not, they like the peanut butter sandwiches. And chocolate. Lots of chocolate. Nice, brother. Nice, brother Dustin. That's cool. I truly believe you can have a bear as a pet. Okay, I'm making jokes right now, clearly. If you can't hear the sarcasm in my voice, and that's your problem, not mine. This is an adult-only channel. But I do like bears, and I do think you could pet a bear. I do think that you can have a bear as a pet. If you raise it from a cub, it's just like a dog. Just like a dog, dude. They are so much like dogs. They want food and they want fun. They play. They'll take scritches and cuddles and stuff like that. And if they're well fed, they don't give two shits about you. If you feed them, they know that you're giving them food. Just like a dog. If they grow up, you know, just like big cats, you know, like tigers and lions and stuff. I know that Siegfried and Roy had a little issue a while back, but you know, if you treat your animals properly, you wouldn't have that issue. Maybe somebody was doing a little something to their big cat that they weren't supposed to be doing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But if you properly feed your cat and you treat him right, like I show with Kush all the time, people freak out because I pet his belly and I pick him up and stuff, you know. I know he's a house cat, but still. I see zookeepers all the time that can go and pet their big cats because they're well fed and they're well taken care of. Oh, you're funny, Adam. You're funny. Wear a whistle so you know when I'm in distress. Yeah. Joke's on you. I don't bring dresses with me whenever I go camping or out in the wilderness. So I'll never be in this dress, you know, or that dress, or any dress for that matter. Welcome in, Junebug. So there's no whistle blowing to be had. I wear shorts and a t-shirt all the time. But I probably would try to pet a wild bear. I'm dumb. I mean, have you not seen when they wave at you and they're so cute when they just wave and they do that from the side of the road? They're cool. Pineapples. Pineapples, that's my safe word. Yeah. It's easy to remember. But what if I named the bear Pineapples, man? Oh my god, now we got a conundrum, Adam. Okay, what if the bear looks prickly and I name him a pineapple, you know? What if he looks like the, you know, like his hair looks like the top of the pineapple, you know, all like spiky and stuff, and I name him Pineapple, and I'm just chilling with the bear, and I'm like, "What's up, Pineapple?" And you come running, because I didn't say pineapples plural, and you just heard pineapple and came running. I see. Now we got issues, okay? Because if I Now my safe word's compromised. Yeah, yeah, you know. All DNR. Do not resuscitate. Pineapple. I repeat, pineapple. I'm calling it. When we found them, all that was left was a pinky. But the bear was well fed. And we got to pet the bear. Funny story, okay? You know, I would be consumed by the bear, and it would go into hibernation right then and there, and y'all would get to pet it and take pictures and selfies and stuff, and yeah, it's okay. Small sacrifice. It's a small sacrifice that I'm willing to make, you know. For my friends, I'm willing to do it. It's okay. Oh, crazy kitty. Crazy kitty. What are you doing, Kush? What are you doing, Kush? You're a crazy cat, dude. That cat is super crazy. He just jumped up on the chair, did a little back turn, and then jumped back around the other side. I wish I could have got that on camera. My coordinates are pineapple! Y'all end up in the middle of the ocean looking for SpongeBob. Yeah. You find Patrick. Who ate my candy bar? That's Gary. I should have called you Gary. Yeah. You'd respond. Yeah, I should have called you Gary. He's such a Gary. See? Kush? Even Dustin says you're a Gary. He is such a Gary, like for real. He gets mad about his food. He's very vocal. Where you at? There you are. Come here, Gary. Come here, Gary. He's like, who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you calling Gary, he says. He doesn't know SpongeBob. I've never watched SpongeBob with him. So he doesn't know that he's literally impersonating Gary. Huh, Kush? What? Huh? Yeah, you are Gary. You are a Gary. You are such a Gary. Yeah, you are. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You're gonna plop yourself around? Oh look, I'm not gonna catch you. I'm not gonna catch you. I'm not gonna catch you, you're just gonna fall. He's like, yeah, right. You always catch me. Gary. You're such Gary. Oh my god. Okay. If I could find a Gary costume for a cat, we might get Kush a Gary costume. We're gonna Google that real quick and see if it exists. If it doesn't, I might have to make it exist. Oh, it exists. I buy one, though? Can I buy one? That's not exactly right. That doesn't look like Gary. It's not right. I see a blue one and a red lobster for a cat. But that's not a Gary. That's not a Gary the snail. I'm trying to find a Gary costume. They're all green. That's not Gary. Freaking Chewy. That's wrong. That's just wrong. That's not right. Okay, that's funny. I can get this, which is close, like an actual snail shell, and freaking like the piece that goes around his head. He just sat in the corner with Gary. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you gonna wear this? Huh? If I get this when I get a job, are you gonna wear this? Are you gonna be Gary the snail? You think it'll fit? I mean, you're a big cat. You think this will fit? It's $30. If you'll wear it, though. You think it'll fit, Kush? Huh. He don't care. Kush wouldn't go for that. He didn't really care for the ties. Blue Dream might wear it for a little while. There's a weird one. Doesn't make a lick of sense. These are some weird ones. I don't think he'd go for that either. And then there's the green one from Chewy.com. It's an actual snail, but it's not Gary. Gary's pink, for crying out loud. Maybe they couldn't do it for copyright infringement. But they got this guy. I think Kush would be as mad as that cat in the picture. This guy, he just took off. He's like, no, I'm done, Dad. I'm done. I'm done. Maybe draw him. Might do that as a drawing one of these days. Kush as Gary from SpongeBob. Kush! No, sir. You're about to get in trouble, mister. You're about to get in trouble. Whatever, Gary. He's in there scratching at the food kibble bucket. He thinks I can't hear him. Anyway, okay. We're going to go ahead and call it a live stream. We've been live for 2 hours. I think we did enough blessings and relaxing, laughing, and calming down and having fun. Thank you to everyone who showed up for the live stream earlier. for all the new subscribers and everything like that. And, you know, hopefully we're going to start getting a bunch of new subscribers. And, yeah. I will catch you in the next one. They have one on Poshmark for like $30. I'm going to have to check that out. Because I just searched it and I couldn't find one. But, anywho, hope you all have a blessed day. And I'll catch you next time. Stay blessed, peeps.